Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we are diving into a fascinating and highly sought-after coin that has captured the attention of collectors around the world, the 2000 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This isn't just any penny. This coin holds a remarkable story, an intriguing history, and a market value that is astonishing in the world of rare coins. Currently, this coin can fetch a jaw-dropping $53,984, and today we'll explore why. First, let's start with the basics. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American coinage for over a century. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent broke new ground by featuring a real historical figure on the obverse side of the coin. Before this, U.S. coins primarily featured allegorical figures such as Liberty. The Lincoln cent has since gone through various design changes, compositions, and mint variations, each adding layers to its history and collectability. Now, the 2000 D mint mark Lincoln cent comes from the Denver Mint. The D mint mark is small but significant, placed right below the date on the obverse side. While the Lincoln cent minted in 2000 may appear ordinary to the casual eye, coin collectors know that subtle differences in production, die variations, and mint errors can make a coin extremely valuable. What sets this particular penny apart, making it worth nearly $54,000, is a combination of its condition, rarity, and the unique characteristics that coin experts prize. The 2000 D Lincoln cent is composed primarily of copper-plated zinc. Starting from 1982, pennies transitioned from a mostly copper composition to a zinc core with a thin copper plating due to rising copper costs. Coins from the year 2000 were produced in massive quantities, billions of coins, in fact. This means that the majority of 2000 pennies in circulation are common, everyday coins with little collector value. But, and this is an important but, a tiny fraction of these coins were struck with exceptional precision, or they avoided wear and damage over the years, allowing them to survive in near-perfect, uncirculated condition. Condition is a major factor in a coin's value. Numismatists use a grading scale to determine a coin's condition, ranging from good and very fine to mint state and proof. The 2000 D Lincoln penny we're discussing today likely falls into the higher mint state category, perhaps even MS65 or higher. Coins in such pristine condition show every detail sharply: the lines in Lincoln's hair, the inscriptions, the wheat stalks or shield on the reverse, and the original luster of the minting process. Every tiny imperfection or mark can dramatically affect a coin's value, which is why coins of this quality are so rare and sought after. Beyond condition, rarity also plays a crucial role. Even though billions of pennies were produced in 2000, specific factors can create scarcity. Some coins may have been struck with die errors, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks. In the case of the 2000 D Lincoln penny, slight variations in the minting process or accidental anomalies can elevate a coin's rarity and desirability. Collectors are always on the lookout for these subtle differences, as they can transform an ordinary penny into a highly valuable collectible. The market value of $53,984 is staggering for a coin that most people might find in a couch cushion or under a pile of change. But the world of numismatics, the study and collection of coins, rewards rarity, perfection, and historical significance. Coins like the 2000 D Lincoln penny serve not only as a piece of monetary history but also as an investment. Many collectors purchase rare coins as an alternative asset, hoping their value will appreciate over time, sometimes exponentially. This particular penny has proven itself to be a valuable addition to any serious collection. Let's also talk about the historical context. The year 2000 was the turn of a millennium, a period of reflection, change, and anticipation. Collecting coins from this era can be nostalgic, connecting people to a moment in history. The Lincoln cent itself is a symbol of American resilience and leadership, commemorating Abraham Lincoln's legacy as one of the most revered presidents in U.S. history. Owning a rare penny like the 2000 D mint mark is not just about monetary value, it's about preserving a tangible piece of history that connects us to the past. Collectors should know how to identify and verify the authenticity of a high-value coin like this. Certification is key. Reputable grading services such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, evaluate coins and assign them grades based on strict criteria. A certified 2000D Lincoln penny comes with a guarantee of authenticity, protecting both buyers and sellers in the marketplace. Without certification, even a rare coin may struggle to reach its true market value. Investing in coins like this can be rewarding but also requires careful attention to detail. Always examine coins under magnification, look for any wear or damage, and seek out professional grading before making any significant purchase. Remember, even the tiniest scratch or blemish can reduce a coin's value dramatically. Preservation is key, and collectors often store valuable pennies in protective holders or capsules to maintain their condition. Now, for those of you wondering how to find a coin like this, it isn't easy, but it's not impossible either. Many collectors scour circulation coins, inherit collections from family members, or purchase coins from trusted dealers and auctions. The thrill of discovering a high-value penny in a roll of ordinary change is one of the joys of coin collecting. The possibility of turning a single penny into a life-changing treasure keeps enthusiasts excited and constantly searching. The 2000D Lincoln penny also represents an interesting trend in modern coin collecting. While older coins like the 1909 VDB Lincoln cent or rare 19th century coins naturally hold significant historical value, modern coins are gaining attention because of condition rarity and small production anomalies. In the digital age, information about rare coins spreads rapidly, making collectors more informed and coins more valuable than ever. This means a well-preserved, certified 2000D penny can achieve impressive market prices, as we've seen with the $53,984 valuation. It's important to highlight that the coin's worth is not just tied to its age or composition, but to its story and uniqueness. Each coin carries a history, from the moment it was struck at the Denver Mint to the hands it passed through over the years. The journey of this penny, surviving 2 decades in near-perfect condition, adds to its allure. Collectors value the narrative as much as the coin itself, making each piece a miniature historical artifact. For those of you considering investing in rare coins, the 2000D Lincoln penny is an excellent example of why research, patience, and careful acquisition are essential. The market can fluctuate, and prices depend on rarity, condition, and demand. But as we've seen, coins like this one demonstrate that even a seemingly ordinary penny can become an extraordinary investment when all the right factors align. Finally, let's remember the joy of collecting. Beyond the monetary value, owning a coin like the 2000D Lincoln penny connects you to history, craftsmanship, and the thrill of discovery. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or just starting, understanding the stories behind coins enhances your appreciation and makes every find meaningful. So, the next time you hold a penny in your hand, take a moment to consider its history, the hands it passed through, and the potential it might hold. Rare coins like the 2000D Mint Mark Lincoln cent remind us that even the smallest objects can carry enormous value, both financially and historically. With proper care, knowledge, and a bit of luck, a single penny could change a collector's life forever. Thank you for joining me today as we explored the history, value, and fascinating story of the 2000D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Remember to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell for more exciting coin discoveries and rare finds. Stay curious, keep collecting, and who knows, you might just find the next rare penny worth tens of thousands of dollars in your pocket change. Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we are diving into one of the most intriguing and sought-after modern coins in the United States, the 2001 No-Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent, a coin that has amazed collectors worldwide due to its rarity, unique characteristics, and astonishing market value. As of 2025, this coin has a current market value of an eye-watering $83,667, and in this video, we are going to explore why this coin is so special, its history, how it came to be, and what makes it such a prized possession in the world of numismatics. So sit tight, grab your magnifying glass, and get ready for a deep dive into the fascinating story of the 2001 No-Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, has a rich history dating back to 1909, when it was first issued to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin was revolutionary at the time for being the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. Since then, the Lincoln cent has undergone several changes in design, composition, and minting techniques, but the 2001 penny holds a special place because of a unique characteristic: the absence of the mint mark. Normally, coins minted in Denver carry a D mint mark, and coins minted in Philadelphia carry no mint mark. However, the story of the 2001 Lincoln cent is fascinating because, while most coins produced in Philadelphia had no mint mark, a very small number of coins intended to be part of special distributions or sets ended up in circulation unnoticed. These errors, extremely rare, are what make the 2001 no mint mark Lincoln penny so valuable today. Only a handful of these coins are known to exist, which explains their incredible scarcity and high collector demand. Now, let's talk about why collectors are willing to pay tens of thousands of dollars for this coin. Scarcity is a huge factor. In the world of coin collecting, the law of supply and demand dictates that the rarer a coin is, the higher its value. But rarity alone isn't enough. The condition of the coin, its historical significance, and the story behind its error all contribute to skyrocketing prices. The 2001 no mint mark Lincoln cent checks all of these boxes. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of numismatic history. The coin itself features the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date 2001. On the reverse, we have the Union Shield design, which was introduced in 2010, but the 2001 cent still bears the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, making it part of a long line of memorial pennies that collectors cherish. What sets it apart, of course, is that it lacks the mint mark where it was expected to have one, creating a minting anomaly that is highly prized in the numismatic community. Understanding how this coin came to be requires a bit of insight into the U.S. Mint's production process. Coins are produced in massive quantities, and every step, from planchet preparation to striking, is monitored for quality control. Despite these measures, errors sometimes occur. In the case of the 2001 no mint mark Lincoln cent, a small batch of coins escaped the usual sorting and inspection process, making their way into circulation. Once collectors discovered these anomalies, the coins became highly sought after, driving up their value dramatically. If you happen to find a 2001 no mint mark Lincoln cent in your pocket change, in a roll of pennies, or among a collection you inherited, you could be sitting on a fortune. Professional grading services, such as PCGS and NGC, can authenticate the coin and assign a grade based on its condition, further affecting its market value. High-grade coins with sharp details, no wear, and original luster can sell for over $80,000, while coins with minor imperfections still command impressive prices in the tens of thousands. This makes every coin a potential investment, not just a collectible. Collectors also love this coin because it represents a modern mystery. Unlike older rare pennies, like the 1909 SVDB or the 1955 double die, which have been studied extensively, the 2001 no mint mark Lincoln cent is relatively recent, and new specimens occasionally emerge. This creates excitement in the collecting community, as each discovery can significantly impact market dynamics. Coin shows, online auctions, and private sales have all seen these coins fetch staggering prices, making them a hot topic among both seasoned collectors and newcomers alike. In addition to rarity, the story of the Lincoln cent itself adds to the allure of this coin. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, is a beloved historical figure, and coins bearing his image carry symbolic value beyond their monetary worth. For collectors, owning a coin that commemorates Lincoln and simultaneously carries a rare minting error is like having a tangible connection to history. The 2001 no mint mark penny is more than metal and ink. It's a storytelling artifact that bridges history, art, and numismatics. It's also important to understand the factors that influence its current market value. The $83,667 figure is not static. It fluctuates based on market demand, condition, provenance, and recent sales. Auction records show that these coins have consistently sold for high prices, reflecting both collector enthusiasm and limited availability. Investors in rare coins see these pennies as both a hedge against inflation and a way to diversify their portfolios, much like investing in gold, silver, or other collectibles. For those looking to acquire this coin, it's essential to deal with reputable dealers or certified auctions. Counterfeit coins and misrepresented mint errors are unfortunately common in the market, and authentication is crucial. Using professional grading services ensures that you receive a legitimate piece, accurately valued, and ready for display, investment, or resale. For collectors, the thrill of owning a rare Lincoln cent is amplified when they know its authenticity is verified. Now, let's discuss how to identify a 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln cent. The most obvious feature is, of course, the absence of a mint mark where it would normally appear. Careful examination under magnification can reveal whether the coin is an authentic error or just a regular circulation coin. Collectors often look for additional subtle markers, such as the quality of the strike, luster, and wear patterns, which can distinguish genuine coins from common pennies. Paying attention to these details is what separates a casual observer from a serious numismatist. Beyond the monetary value, this coin has a fascinating collector culture surrounding it. Online forums, social media groups, and coin clubs all share sightings, sales, and discoveries of these rare pennies. The excitement of potentially finding a 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln cent adds an element of treasure hunting to everyday life. Imagine checking a roll of pennies from your local bank and discovering a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. This is the dream that drives many collectors to continue their hobby. In conclusion, the 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a modern numismatic marvel. Its rarity, historical significance, and extraordinary market value make it a must-have for serious collectors. Whether you're a seasoned investor or someone just starting in coin collecting, understanding the story behind this coin adds depth to your collection and highlights the incredible possibilities that even modern pennies can hold. So, if you have a 2001 Lincoln cent with no mint mark tucked away in your collection or stumbled upon in pocket change, take a moment to examine it carefully. Have it authenticated, preserve its condition, and know that you might be holding one of the most remarkable coins in the market today. This coin is not just a penny, it's a piece of history, a story of minting anomalies, and a potential life-changing treasure. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of rare Lincoln cents. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more incredible coin stories, market insights, and treasure hunting adventures. Remember, in the world of coins, you never know what hidden gem might be waiting for you just around the corner. Keep collecting, stay curious, and treasure every coin. It might just be worth more than you ever imagined. Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most sought-after pennies in the world of numismatics, the 1988 D-Mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This coin is not just an ordinary penny, it's a piece of history, a potential investment, and a rare treasure that has collectors and investors buzzing. Its current market value is astonishing, sitting at around $50,765. Yes, you've heard that right, a penny worth over $50,000. So, if you have this penny tucked away in your collection, your pocket change could literally make you a millionaire. Now, before we break down why this coin is so valuable, let's start with a little background. The Lincoln cent has been a staple in American coinage since 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny revolutionized coin design in the United States by featuring a president on the obverse side for the very first time. Over the decades, Lincoln cents have undergone several changes, from the classic wheat ears design to the Lincoln Memorial reverse in 1959, and eventually the Union Shield reverse starting in 2010. The 1988 D Lincoln penny, however, belongs to the era of the Lincoln Memorial reverse, minted between 1959 and 2008, and it carries with it a unique story that makes it extremely rare today. So, what makes the 1988 D-Mint mark Lincoln cent so incredibly valuable? First, it's essential to understand the minting process at the Denver Mint, marked by the D on the coin. In 1988, the Denver Mint produced millions of pennies, but due to a very specific error, a very tiny number of coins ended up with the die error that makes them extremely rare today. This error, combined with impeccable condition and grading by major numismatic organizations, has pushed the value of this penny into the tens of thousands of dollars. These coins are not just collectibles, they are sought-after investments for savvy collectors who understand the long-term appreciation potential of rare coins. Now, let's explore the physical characteristics of the 1988 D. Lincoln cent. On the obverse, you have the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln facing right. Above Lincoln's head, you'll find the word Liberty, and just to the right the date 1988, with the mint mark D below the date. The reverse side features the Lincoln Memorial, complete with intricate details that make this design a favorite among coin enthusiasts. The minting error in these coins often shows itself as a die crack, doubling, or other subtle anomalies that are extremely difficult to spot without magnification. Because of these errors, professional grading by organizations like PCGS or NGC is critical to validate authenticity and determine market value. Collectors often ask, how rare is the 1988 D. Lincoln penny? Well, it's incredibly rare. Out of the billions of pennies minted in 1988, only a few dozen of these error coins are confirmed to exist in pristine condition. That scarcity is what drives the astronomical value. Unlike modern coins that are mass-produced, this penny represents a unique intersection of history, rarity, and demand. In fact, some collectors who discovered one of these coins in circulation or in old coin rolls have reportedly received offers surpassing $50,000, which is a testament to its desirability in the numismatic community. Now let's talk about the grading and condition, which are critical factors in determining the worth of this coin. The 1988 D. Lincoln cent, when graded at MS 65 or higher, can command extremely high prices. MS, or mint state, grading refers to coins that have never been circulated and show no wear from handling. The higher the grade, the closer the coin is to perfect condition, and the more valuable it becomes. Many of these rare pennies have been encapsulated in protective holders by professional grading services, which ensures their preservation and authenticity. Even a small imperfection can affect the value, so collectors are meticulous in identifying coins that are flawless or near flawless. An interesting aspect of this coin is its investment potential. While many people overlook pennies as low-value coins, rare error coins like the 1988 D. Lincoln cent have demonstrated impressive appreciation over the years. In fact, coins like this one are not only collectibles, they are considered a hedge against inflation and a tangible asset that can be passed down through generations. Unlike stocks or cryptocurrencies, a rare penny has historical significance, intrinsic appeal, and a finite supply, making it an enduring asset that grows in value over time. Now, let's dive into the history of errors and anomalies in Lincoln pennies, which is what makes coins like the 1988 D. Lincoln cent so fascinating. Over the decades, the U.S. Mint has produced coins with various errors, from doubled dies to off-center strikes, and even missing mint marks. Each of these anomalies can create a rare collectible worth thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. The 1988 D. Lincoln cent falls into this category because it possesses a unique anomaly that collectors immediately recognize and value highly. It's a combination of historical context, rarity, and demand that has turned an otherwise common coin into a true numismatic treasure. Many collectors also marvel at the story behind discovering this coin. Imagine going through a jar of old pennies and coming across a 1988 D. Lincoln cent in pristine condition. It's not just about the monetary value, it's about owning a piece of history. Each of these pennies tells a story of its time, from the hands it passed through to the journey it has taken to survive over 3 decades. This personal connection is part of the reason collectors are willing to pay such high prices for these rare finds. In terms of the current market value, the 1988 D. Lincoln cent is sitting at around $50,765, and that number continues to rise as collectors recognize the rarity and historical significance of this coin. Auction results have shown that these pennies consistently fetch high bids, sometimes exceeding expectations. For investors, owning one of these coins is not just about having a collectible, it's about holding a tangible asset that has proven its worth in the market. Now, you might be wondering, can I find one of these pennies in my own collection? While it's unlikely given the extreme rarity, it's not impossible. Many collectors have stumbled upon valuable coins in old coin rolls, drawers, or even in circulation. The key is to carefully inspect coins for mint marks, anomalies, and unusual features. With patience, attention to detail, and a bit of luck, you might just discover a hidden treasure that could change your financial future. It's also worth noting that numismatic forums, auctions, and collector communities are excellent resources for learning more about rare coins like the 1988 Lincoln cent. Engaging with these communities can help you understand grading, verify authenticity, and even find potential buyers if you ever decide to sell. Knowledge is power in the world of rare coins, and being well informed can make the difference between a simple collectible and a life-changing investment. Finally, let's reflect on why this penny is so captivating to collectors and investors alike. It's not just a piece of copper and zinc, it's a symbol of American history, an artifact from the late 1980s, and a testament to the art and craft of coin production. Its rarity, combined with the high demand from collectors, makes the 1988 Lincoln cent a must-have for serious numismatists. It's a penny that carries stories, value, and potential wealth all in one small, circular piece of metal. So, if you happen to have a 1988 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny tucked away in your collection, take a closer look. You might just be holding one of the most valuable coins from the Lincoln Memorial era. And remember, even if you don't own one, learning about coins like this enriches your understanding of history, investment, and the fascinating world of numismatics. From its historical significance to its market value of over $50,000, the 1988 Lincoln cent proves that even the smallest coin can hold incredible power. That's all for today's deep dive into the 1988 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on the rarest and most valuable coins in the world. Stay curious, keep collecting, and remember, your next penny could be worth a fortune. Today's video takes you deep into the fascinating world of rare pennies, and we're focusing on one coin that looks ordinary to most people but can actually be worth tens of thousands of dollars. We're talking about the 1987 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that millions of people have in their home coin jars, piggy banks, or pocket change right now without even realizing it might be a hidden treasure. This is one of those coins that proves the old saying true: always check your change because you never know when you might strike gold. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this coin has recently shocked collectors with a record sale of $80,416, the types of errors that make it valuable, how to identify them, and what you should look for even in your own pocket change. Let's begin with the history of the 1987 Lincoln penny. The year 1987 sits in the middle of the modern Lincoln cent era. It was a time when the United States Mint was already producing pennies using the new copper-plated zinc composition that began in 1982. These newer pennies are lighter and have a thin layer of copper over a zinc core, meaning they can develop certain types of mint errors that older solid copper pennies rarely had. The Denver Mint, which uses the D mint mark, produced hundreds of millions of these coins in 1987. On the surface, that makes the coin seem very common, but as serious collectors know, rarity is not always about how many coins were made. It's about how many survived in perfect condition or with valuable errors. This particular year has become famous among collectors because a few extremely rare examples slipped through the minting process containing dramatic errors that brought them incredible value at auctions. Before we talk about those valuable variations, let's talk briefly about the design. On the front of the coin, known as the obverse, you have the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, originally sculpted by Victor David Brenner in 1909. Even though the design remained mostly unchanged for decades, each year has unique small differences that collectors pay attention to. For 1987 pennies, the most important details to examine include the clarity of Lincoln's hair, the sharpness of the lettering in the phrase "In God We Trust," the boldness of the date 1987, and of course the D mint mark. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, which was designed by Frank Gasparo. Collectors always check the steps of the memorial, the roof lines, the columns, and the words United States of America and E pluribus unum for sharpness and clarity. The stronger the details, the more the penny is worth. Now let's move into the part that most people care about: why this coin is worth so much money today. The incredible value of the 1987 D penny comes mainly from high-grade examples and rare mint errors. Regular circulated coins from 1987 D usually have low value, but when a perfectly preserved coin shows up in a high-end grading service like PCGS or NGC and receives a grade near the top of the scale, collectors will pay huge money. That is exactly what happened when this coin shocked the market by reaching a value of $80,416. This was not an ordinary penny. It was an ultra-high-grade example that looked as if it had just been minted, with flawless surfaces, perfect luster, and exceptional strike quality. But incredible value also comes from mint errors, which are accidental mistakes during the minting process. The 1987 D penny has been found with some dramatic errors that collectors go crazy for. One of these errors is the double die. A double die occurs when the die that strikes the coin has been impressed twice at slightly different angles, creating doubling on the letters, date, or portrait. If you ever find a 1987 D penny with doubling visible to the naked eye, especially on Liberty, the date, or In God We Trust, you may have something extremely valuable. Other valuable errors include off-center strikes where the design is not properly placed on the coin, broad strikes where the coin has expanded beyond its normal shape, and die cracks which show raised lines from damage in the minting equipment. There are even coins made on the wrong planchet, meaning the penny was struck on a metal blank intended for another denomination, which instantly makes it worth thousands of dollars. Now, let's break down what collectors look for if you want to know whether your 1987 D Lincoln penny is worth life-changing money. The first thing is condition. A coin in good condition or very good condition will not bring huge value. You need a coin in mint state, meaning no scratches, no wear, full shine, and sharp details. Look at the fields of the coin, which are the flat areas around Lincoln's portrait. If they are clean and reflective, that's a great sign. Next, examine the mint mark. On some valuable errors, the mint mark may look rotated, doubled, or unusually shaped. Now look closely at the date. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling or distortions. After that, carefully inspect Lincoln's hair, coat, and beard. Crisp details often mean a higher grade. Now flip the coin over and look at the Lincoln Memorial. Can you see the lines between the steps? Are the columns well defined? Are the words sharply struck? These small details determine big value. Another reason 1987 D pennies can become extremely valuable is because some coins were stored carefully by collectors from the day they were minted. These untouched coins kept their original mint luster, giving them a beautiful shine that grading companies reward with high scores. Coins graded MS67, MS68, or even MS69 are worth massive amounts of money because so few coins survive in such near-perfect condition. To put it into perspective, think about how many pennies get dropped, scratched, or tossed into jars. Almost all of them develop marks and imperfections immediately. That's why a perfect one is a treasure. Let's talk about the market for this coin today. As of right now, the highest known sale is $80,416, and experts expect that even higher prices could occur because collectors are constantly searching for record-breaking examples. The demand for rare Lincoln cents has grown in recent years, with people wanting alternative investments, something physical and unique that could grow in value. The 1987 D penny fits that category perfectly when it appears in top grades or with dramatic mint errors. Everyday collectors, new hobbyists, and even investors are all paying close attention to this coin, which has made its market value climb sharply. Now imagine this scenario. You are checking your old piggy bank or some pocket change and you come across a shiny 1987 penny. Most people would ignore it, but you now know better. You check the date, look at the D mint mark, examine the condition, and suddenly you notice something unusual. Maybe you see doubling. Maybe you see an off-center strike. Maybe the coin looks nearly flawless. That moment could literally be life-changing because it could be worth thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. That's why it's always worth taking the time to look carefully. Many people have found rare coins completely by accident just because they decided to look more closely. To help you even further, here's what to avoid. If your 1987 D penny has heavy scratches, corrosion, discoloration, or damage from being cleaned, it will not have high value. Never clean a coin because cleaning destroys the natural surface and grading companies will reduce the score. Keep your coin in a protective holder if you think it might be valuable. As we wrap up, you now understand why the 1987 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny has become one of the most exciting coins for collectors in recent years. Its combination of rarity, high-grade examples, and dramatic mint errors has pushed its value to astonishing heights. The history behind it, the design details, and the shocking current market value of $80,416 make it a standout coin that everyone should be checking for. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced collector, always pay attention to pennies from the 1980s because surprising discoveries are still happening today. This tiny 1-cent coin proves that treasure is sometimes hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed learning about this valuable penny, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more rare coin information, and share this with anyone who loves coin collecting or wants to start finding treasure in everyday change. Take another look at your coins after this video because you never know what rare gems might be waiting for you. In this video we are going to take a deep dive into one of the most surprising modern pennies that has shocked collectors, investors, and everyday change hunters around the world. The 2006 No Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is turning heads for its incredible history and the unbelievable current market value of $82,987. Yes, you heard that correctly. A penny struck less than 20 years ago has become so rare, so desired, and so mysterious that collectors are willing to pay nearly $83,000 just to own a perfect example. Today we will explore exactly why this coin is so valuable, how it became so hard to find, what errors and varieties to look for, and how you might have one hiding in your pocket change without even knowing it. The story of the 2006 Lincoln penny begins like every other year in the long-running Lincoln cent series. Since 1909, the image of Abraham Lincoln has appeared on the obverse of the cent. The design created by Victor David Brenner has been used for generations, and the familiar wheat ears reverse was replaced in 1959 with the Lincoln Memorial reverse. By 2006, the Lincoln cent was one of the most produced coins on Earth, with billions being struck every year. However, this is exactly what makes the valuable examples from 2006 so fascinating. With billions of pennies in circulation, how could one coin from this year suddenly be worth tens of thousands of dollars? To understand that, we have to explore the history of the 2006 production run. The year 2006 was an ordinary production year for the United States Mint. Most business strike pennies were struck either at Philadelphia with no mint mark or at Denver with the D mint mark. However, a very small number of 2006 no mint mark pennies were struck with unusual characteristics, extremely sharp details, unusual planchet surfaces, and in some cases powerful die errors that went unnoticed during production. These rare pieces were not intentionally created, but they resulted from a combination of perfect die state conditions, early die strikes, and exceptionally high-quality copper-plated zinc planchets. Most of these premium coins slipped into general circulation before collectors could identify them. That is why collectors today are searching every roll of 2006 pennies, hoping to find one of these elite high-grade pieces. What really skyrocketed the value of the 2006 penny was the grading community. Around the early 2020s, a few examples of the 2006 no mint mark penny were submitted to professional grading services and came back with unusually high grades such as MS68 and even MS69. These grades are nearly impossible to achieve on modern copper-plated zinc pennies because the surfaces scratch easily, the plating can blister, and the edges often show microscopic defects. When the first MS69 example was sold at auction, it stunned collectors as it commanded a price above $70,000. As news spread through the numismatic world that a 2006 penny could reach values comparable to rare early wheat cents, interest exploded. The result is today's market price of approximately $82,987 for top-tier examples. The rarity of these high-grade 2006 pennies is not due to low mintage but because nearly all 2006 pennies went straight into circulation, where they were immediately subjected to scratches, wear, rim damage, environmental exposure, and contact marks. The condition of a typical circulated 2006 penny today is usually poor, with worn surfaces and faded details. Even freshly opened bank rolls from 2006 rarely contain pristine coins. For a penny to survive in MS-68 or MS-69 condition, it would have needed to be set aside immediately at the time of release, untouched by human hands, stored in an ideal environment, and protected from air, humidity, friction, and even fingerprints. That is why only a tiny handful qualify for these elite grades. Collectors searching for the valuable 2006 no-mint mark penny should know exactly what to look for. The first thing is surface quality. You want to look for an incredibly smooth surface with a strong reflective shine and no visible scratches even under magnification. The second important feature is strike quality. A valuable 2006 penny will show crisp details in Lincoln's beard, hair, and coat, as well as sharply defined steps and pillars on the Lincoln Memorial reverse. Any weakness in these areas can lower the grade significantly. Third, look for potential mint errors. Some of the known valuable 2006 pennies include doubled dies, die cracks running across the memorial columns, and off-center strikes. Any of these errors combined with high-grade quality can dramatically increase the value. Now let's talk about why this coin is so heavily demanded by collectors. In modern numismatics, there is a trend where collectors want to own the highest graded example of every year or every series. This creates competition for the finest known specimens. The 2006 penny happens to be one of the most difficult modern years to achieve in superb gem condition, making it especially desirable among registry collectors. Because registry sets score points based on the condition rarity, collectors are willing to pay almost any amount to outbid others for the top-ranking coin. This competitive atmosphere pushes prices higher and higher with each new auction. Additionally, the 2006 penny has a sense of mystery around it. No official documentation explains exactly why so few high-quality examples exist. Some collectors believe there were a limited number of early die strikes that happened on exceptionally crisp dies, producing unusually high-quality coins. Others believe that a small batch of planchets with superior plating may have been used in a short run. Whatever the reason, the fact remains that only a handful of these coins exist at the top levels of preservation, making them modern treasures. If you want to know whether your 2006 penny could be worth tens of thousands, the first step is to examine it under good lighting. Look at Lincoln's cheek and jawline for scratches, scuffs, or signs of wear. Look at the fields around the portrait and check for mirror-like shine. Turn the coin and examine the rim for dents, nicks, or uneven surfaces. Then flip to the reverse and inspect the steps of the memorial, which should be crisp and fully visible. If your coin looks perfect to the naked eye, the next step is magnification. Use a loupe or microscope to inspect for micro scratches, plating bubbles, or corrosion. If it still appears flawless, then you may have a potential grading candidate. Submitting a coin to a grading service is a big commitment, but it is necessary if you think your penny could qualify for a top grade. A graded coin not only confirms authenticity but also gives it a place in the registry system, where its value can increase dramatically. If a grading service gives it MS-68 or MS-69, you may be holding a coin valued at $82,987 or more. What makes the story of the 2006 penny so fascinating is that it proves valuable coins are not only from ancient times or early American history. Modern coins can become extremely valuable too, especially when low survival rates and high condition rarity combine with strong collector interest. This means the next great treasure might be hiding right in your own pocket change. Collectors today are finding valuable coins in old jars, under couch cushions, in savings drawers, and in random coin rolls from the bank. Your next big discovery could be just a handful of pennies away. As we reach the end of this video, remember that even the most ordinary looking coins can have extraordinary value. Never assume a penny is just a penny. Look closely, search regularly, and stay informed about new discoveries and market prices. The 2006 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is proof that rare treasures still circulate among us, waiting to be found. Its remarkable value of $82,987 makes it one of the most exciting modern coins for collectors. Keep your eyes open, keep searching, and you might be the next lucky person to find a penny worth more than a luxury car.